certainly the loudest as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Attack, attack! Come back!
First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Hey, Riplis!
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
15. Hey, yo, go going. Right side.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing now is Mahomes. But no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Hey, 15. Right side.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
And defensive coaches losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached all week long. If he gets outside the pocket, find receivers in your area and cover them. Otherwise, plays like that will continue to result.
The second quarter from KC. It's the Chiefs in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. My side.
They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Now here's Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch, and the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
43. My side.
Mahomes going to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Touchdown! Mahomes finding the talented DeAndre Hopkins. And the Chiefs post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll run it again with Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing is Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Hurts. Rolling to his right. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a 1st down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
And this is exactly the kind of drive you're hoping for out of the gates. They're mixing the run and the pass well, keeping this defense off balance early. And they're on the march here with another 1st down.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here's Hurts to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And this has no chance. It's no good. Well, wide to the left. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And he returns this to the 22. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. It's Barkley on the counter, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
63.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 77 yards. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Easy.
A give right side for Pacheco. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Yellow.
They run it with P. Ryan on first down. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35.
43. Hero 15.
P. Ryan again on second down. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
He'll get this into the hands of the rookie from Texas. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Attack, attack! Yellow, yellow! Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday. Hey, riblet, riblet! Yellow! My side!
Pacheco is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hunt will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
Hey, 57, 57 colors, 57 colors.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Samaje Perine from a yard out. And the Chiefs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Butker now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Here's 1st down. Barkley inside handoff. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the fourth quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Right. Yellow. Hey, color.
Mahomes. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Let's go. Oh, my gosh.
Reed Blankenship. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
And that, not at all what they were hoping for. He does stop the clock, but it eats up precious time and winds up losing yardage. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And that's complete to Brown. Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down, so a 1st down and then some.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 43, 15. Hey, 57 color. Right side.
Mahomes. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Yellow. Attack. Yellow. Right side.
Mahomes. That's laid out deep for Rice. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. So 4 quarters couldn't decide it, and it'll be the Chiefs who get the football first in this overtime session. And they can't bring him down. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 43. Hey, 57, 57. 15, yellow, 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 yellow. Where's that?
Here's Pacheco to begin the drive. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. He wasn't able to really get anything going in regulation. Maybe it'll be a little different story here in overtime.
And it appears that with that call, they want to establish the run in overtime, try and set the tone for what they're going to get done. And you're right, maybe it didn't work so well in regulation. Overtime could be the charm. And by the way, the yards count either way.
First throw of overtime for Mahomes. Oh, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Inside the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So it's the Eagles who get the win here. And the guy who really led the way was their quarterback, CD, and that's Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady